Until recently, the waste route was a linear route. Used objects mixed in the mass of waste ended up in a landfill, where they formed a huge heap for years. Over time, some waste started being used as valuable raw materials for reuse. The next step that we want to achieve is a significant increase in the amount of raw materials recovered from the municipal waste. The latest trends in environmental protection assume the existence of a circular economy. As a smart metropolis, Gdansk should set standards. But for this to happen, further involvement of its inhabitants is crucial. The massive waste generated by the inhabitants of Gdansk is steadily increasing. It is a trend that we observe throughout the whole country. This situation is favored by an increase in the wealth of Poles and leading a consumer lifestyle. Fortunately, less and less waste goes to landfill and more goes back to reuse. This is possible thanks to more efficient segregation of waste by residents. The first step in reducing waste is to avoid generating it. Conscious shopping is the best way to do this. Since plastic products and packages occupy the biggest amount of space in our garbage cans, plastics should be on your shopping blacklist. Almost half of European plastic production is the packaging itself, and so many bottles are produced around the world that stacked one on top of another, they would reach the sun. Avoid plastic disposable packaging and plastic bags because their decomposition time is up to 500 years. Glass packaging, preferably returnable, or paper packaging is a better choice. Buy products in bulk and only in the quantity you need. Another good habit is carrying a reusable bag or wicker basket with you when shopping. In the European Union, we are at the forefront of countries where food is wasted. An average Pole throws away over 230 kilos of food per year. Another way to care for the environment is to properly segregate waste at home. This is where the proper sorting place is located. There is a 5-container waste segregation system in Gdansk. Paper goes into the blue container, glass into the green container, while plastics, metals and multi-material waste such as Tetra Paks, i.e. beverage and milk cartons, go into the yellow container. A brown container is for biodegradable waste. Throw waste that cannot be further processed into a non-recyclable waste container. Ideally, organic plant waste can end up in the composter in your home garden. However, not everyone has the conditions to do so. In this case, throw biodegradable waste into the brown container and their composting will be carried out by the waste treatment plant in Gdansk. This waste will be changed into compost, which is later used to fertilize the arable crops and lawns. This is recycling in a circular economy. The brown container is for biodegradable products, i.e. mostly plant waste and food scraps, with exception of bones and meat, which are not suitable for composting. Paper should be segregated separately and thrown into a blue container. It is important that paper is clean, non-greasy, preferably without the addition of foil. The same applies to glass packaging. Sorted by residents, they do not even have to go to the sorting plant, and subjected only to cleaning, they can go straight to the recycling facilities. Throw metal and plastic into the yellow container, which will be further sorted in the waste treatment plant. It is important that the packaging be emptied of the remaining contents as accurately as possible. The last grey or black container is for non-recyclable waste. Put there what cannot be put in other containers. The less waste you throw into it, the more harmony with the environment you live in. It is very important what must not be thrown into the non-recyclable waste container. First of all, don't throw raw materials there, which should end up in colored containers. Secondly, do not throw any unusual or hazardous waste in there. Put bulky waste into the garbage can in accordance with the planned schedule. Put electro-waste and hazardous waste at designated municipal waste collection points. It is also worth mentioning that the recovery of raw materials is not the only tool on the road to a circular economy. Thanks to modern incinerators, electricity and heat can be recovered from some of the non-recyclable waste, which is an economic and ecological alternative to landfills. Currently, the commune, among other thanks to the residents, meets applicable increasingly restrictive levels of raw material recycling. However, to achieve the assumed effect, even greater involvement of residents and further investment in the municipal waste management system are needed. Let's reduce waste generation and sort it as carefully as possible. Record holders can fit the annual waste production of the whole family into 1/2 litre jar. Such results require drastic changes in everyday life, but a moment of reflection in everyday shopping can work wonders. We can all be part of an efficient recycling system in our city. We have the resources and possibilities to take care of the natural environment together. The only question that remains is, are we ready to take matters into our own hands? Perhaps this is the last call.